snowed overnight. Absolutely beautiful. So this is the 4th day of running, and it's a Saturday here, so this is when I suggest you go for your longer run if it is an off day from your work schedule, or not as tough as it is during a week, I should say. So now just focusing on cadence, making sure that I have some short footing, and running with a group today that are much better than me, which isn't hard, for some accountability to make sure that we push through, or I push through about 10 or 12 miles today, I think, maybe, all depending on how tough the terrain is as we go steeper up towards this bogus basin. Whew. Man, I can feel my chest being bloody tight today. I don't know if you can hear my asthma, but it's almost bloody deafening to me. Ooh, watch yourself. All right, I am back from my run, but I didn't film any more on the run, as you can tell. The reason being is that I forgot to take my GoPro out, silly me, and I took the phone out and I thought, well, I'll just film on the phone. But it got so cold, even though I've got a battery cover on this thing, it just switched my phone off. And I tried putting it up my sleeve so it was against my arm, just to think that may heat it up, but it didn't, so I apologize. Anyway, I really didn't want to get out the phone and film anyway, really, because it was so unsure underfoot, because it was very slippy. One of the runners, Holly, who is in charge of, who owns actually the Pulse Running store in Meridian here, and you know, she's the head of the Dirty Souls Pulse Running group that I went out with yesterday, or today I should say. And yeah, she slipped over, and because there was instances where there was a lot of ice, very thick ice underneath snow, and you just couldn't see it. So I didn't want to film anyway. I would have been one of those people that landed on his ass for sure, and probably tore something on the way down. All I focused on, I got in about 12.5 miles running in the snow, and it was tough work, because I honestly feel like, you know, after the run, I'm very tight in areas that I'm generally not as tight after that sort of distance. And I believe that's because you are inadvertently tensing up, especially on the declines. You know, some of those people that I was running with were booking it on the way down, but I was very conscious of actually slipping over. So on those instances, I made sure that I had a very fast cadence, or a more frequent cadence, I should say, just to make sure that I had as much traction as possible. I didn't want to take any larger steps and slip. So if you're running out there in the snow, consider that. I didn't have any yak tracks on. However, on Tuesday evening, I will be going to Pulse Running, and they're going to be showing everybody how to put screws in the bottom of your trainers. So you have an old pair of trail running shoes, and you put some screws in the bottom of those shoes to give you added traction. And I've been told that is better than using yak tracks. So so that's probably what I'm gonna do, just to make sure that, you know, because all it takes is one slip and that's it, you're out. And I don't want to have that risk. I don't hit the deck as agile as I once did. I generally have to do an all-over body inventory and make sure that I have a scan and make sure everything's intact. So there was no intervals as such within that run. I just wanted to have more time on the legs, getting used to running on those exhausted legs with a lot of inclines and declines. And in the snow, it really did feel like more than that, because I'm feeling it more in my lower back, my abductors, in my obliques than I generally would. Calves are okay, hamstrings okay, quads are okay. So all I want you to do, if you're following this program today, is find somewhere around 12 sort of miles and just go at a consistent pace. If you find any steep hills, just walk them. Just walk them. If I can't see over the crest line, I don't run it. I walk it. And
you know, I'm just trying to get the time under the tension on days like this, try to minimize my rest periods and just stay out there consistent as possible. Even though it's very cold, or if it's cold with you, still hydrate. You know, I went through my entire backpack of fluid, which was a couple of liters there. And, you know, I made sure that I ate plenty as well on the hour. I was getting anywhere between 400 and 500 calories in me, making sure my protein was high, making sure that I was having hydrocharged fermented glutamine and BCAAs in my fluid. I was eating the nutrition solutions and picky bars, you know, the pancakes and the picky bars, just to make sure that I had adequate protein in during that time as well, because got to keep hitting these muscles, you know. And making sure that we maintain, if not continue to build muscle. Remember, we're not trying to be just an ultra marathon runner. We're trying to be a hybrid athlete, live the best worlds of swimming, biking, running, cycling, bodybuilding. So anyway, that is it. I had a recage straight after that, and then about 45 minutes after that, I had a good feed. And it's about time for me to have another feed right now. Okay, guys. So hopefully you're enjoying this series so far. It is a bit ghetto, I do understand, but if you do like this, please comment below and remember to subscribe to get alerted to all my videos, and like this if you like it. Thank you very much.